Welcome to our 2025 year-end review. Since today is New Year's Eve, we wanted to take the time to look back at our incredible year that we've had, at some of the most epic adventures that we've had in this past year, and also some of our plans for 2026 that we're really excited to share.
Yeah, so probably the biggest change that we did this year was start our second channel called The Q Life. Now, this is just for theme park content. So we figured we were basically serving two completely different audiences with our content. We had our theme park fans who wanted to see our theme park guides, and then we had a lot of people who discovered us through our Springs videos and our road trip videos. And those people didn't care at all about theme parks. So we felt like we were really confusing the algorithm with who to serve our videos to, because only half of our audience would watch either one.
Yeah, so we had to make the decision to start releasing our new theme park content on a separate channel. We decided to keep this channel as our outdoor adventure channel because we already had like some of our really big road trips on this channel, and we just felt like it would be easier to update our theme park guides and put those on our new channel and really just start building that up.
Yeah, it'd be a lot harder to, go back and redo our Canada trip and our Yellowstone trip, and it's a lot easier to just, okay, we need to update these theme park guides anyway. Let's just put all the new stuff over there.
Yeah. So that's kind of the decision that we made with that. So we're really just kind of working through like the balance of having the two channels, because that's definitely something new that we're kind of, trying to figure out. So bear with us with the second channel.
We're definitely prioritizing this channel, and we're, doing content consistently with this channel. And then the other channel is more of a, as I get videos done, we'll release them type of thing. So we're trying to do every week, but don't hold us to it.
Yeah, we're doing the best that we can, y'all.
Yeah, some of these videos take a long time to do.
Yeah, especially the absolute guides. The absolute guides take us like months sometimes to create. Like, it's a lot of trips to the theme park. It's a lot of like research. It's a lot of writing the script and rewriting the script and things like that. So there's a lot of work that goes into those, and we just felt like it really deserved its own place on its own channel. So. Yep. But yeah, bear with us because they take a while to produce.
Yeah, and we also put together a small studio in our extra room in the house, which we're in right now, so that we can film more at home, and we have a green screen behind us that we can utilize. And, we've already been experimenting a little with that on our Q Life channel with our theme park news and updates videos. And we might even bring it over to the main channel if, we can figure out a good use for it.
Yeah, I mean, we were thinking maybe we could do like some kind of like thoughts after our trip, or just kind of a reflecting back on our epic trip, or giving like tips and tricks on screen versus like just doing the voiceover, or maybe even just doing like a live stream or two. So we want to be able to utilize this space and, make some extra content, some different content for you guys, and things that we're trying to do in 2026.
Yeah, we're always experimenting, trying different things, seeing what works, what doesn't. So, bear with us as we try things out.
Yeah, we're always just trying to get better as content creators, and trying to like learn new things and figure things out as we go. And it's kind of the fun of it. All of it is just kind of figuring it out and seeing what works and what doesn't.
All right, so looking back on the year, our big trip this year was our road trip through South Florida. We figured we wouldn't be a proper Florida channel without exploring the Everglades and the national parks down in that area.
Yeah, and it was such a cool experience. We really loved the variety of things that we got to do, like snorkeling a coral reef in Biscayne National Park, and biking Shark Valley in the Everglades, and exploring Big Cypress, which was surprisingly cool. And then we also took a couple of days and explored beautiful Sanibel Island.
Yeah, it was a really cool experience. Highly recommend it if you're in that area. Obviously, go in the winter, fall season. Don't go during summer. But it was definitely worth the trip.
Yeah, we went around March, which was like the perfect time because it was still kind of hot, but it also had like a couple of days that the weather was just perfect. And it was right before like the rainy season, so we didn't have any rain at all like while we were down there. It was just really perfect, like beautiful weather. One of the places that really surprised me was Biscayne National Park. Like I wasn't quite sure like what to expect, because that park, it's 95% water, so you're just kind of like, okay, how do we explore this national park? But we ended up doing a tour through the Biscayne Institute, and it was amazing. It was a smaller tour. We did spend a little bit more money because it was more of like an exclusive tour. They only allowed like 6 people on it, and it was an all-day adventure, and we had an incredible time. So we'll link to our trip, the tour that we did, in the description below, because it was amazing. We highly recommend it. But I really felt like it was the perfect way to be able to explore Biscayne National Park, because we got to see so much of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we still have one more national park to see in Florida. That's the Dry Tortuga. Yeah, that's way down in off the Keys. So our plan is to eventually combine that with a road trip through the Keys and just have that be either the first or last stop along the way. But that's coming soon, or not soon, but it's coming eventually.
It is coming eventually. Yes, we do want to do like a road trip through the Keys, and then have Dry Tortugas being like the crown jewel of that trip, and heading out there, because we definitely want to cross that one off the list, because it's the only national park site in Florida that we haven't been to yet.
We also had a chance to do a couple of shorter day trips while we were up visiting my family in Indiana. We were able to see the Gateway Arch in St. Louis, Indiana Dunes National Park in northern Indiana, right along Lake Michigan. And we were excited to cross those off our national parks list. They're smaller parks, so that we didn't need to really spend too much time on them. 1 to 2 days is perfect for each one. And that puts us up to now 7 national parks that we've completed and made videos on.
I know. Yeah, they were really great. Like I love when places surprise you and really just, amazes you. Like they're definitely really cool places to go. The Gateway Arch was so cool. Like I loved going up. Didn't realize that you could go up to the top of the Gateway Arch until we actually started like doing research on it. And I was like, oh my gosh, we have to do this. Like that is awesome. And then it ended up being like one of the highlights of our trip is going up to the top of Gateway Arch.
Yeah, it's much bigger in person. Like, it looks big on screen, but in person, it's like unbelievably big.
Yeah, it is incredible. So, I mean, if you're ever in the area, we highly recommend just making the trip over to St. Louis and just checking it out. We thought it was like worth the day trip over there, because it was just really cool. And if you're there, you might as well go up to the top of the Gateway Arch, because, why not?
Yeah, and they had a really cool little museum underneath it, and there's a little historical courthouse where some like big court cases happened over the years, and a lot of neat historical things happening there.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool history just all in that same area. So it really just made it like an easy like place. You could just park the car, just explore just like, the national park area and kind of the surrounding buildings around it, and, head home. So it was like a perfect like day out. But we did wanted to do like a helicopter tour, but
yeah, they weren't running the day we were there.
Yeah, so they weren't running.
We kept making stops down at the riverfront, thinking, are they back yet? Are they back yet? We tried calling, no answers. They just weren't running that day or something. I don't know. Yeah,
so if anybody's ever done that, let us know like how you liked it. Was it worth it? Did you feel like it added to your Gateway Arch experience? We opted out of doing the river cruise because we wanted to do the helicopter ride, but now with the helicopter ride like not showing up that day, we're like, well, darn, we should have done the river cruise, but oh well.
Yeah, that was going to be our epic drone footage through the helicopter, because you can't have drones there, but oh well. It still worked out.
Yeah, and Indiana Dunes was also really cool. I mean, Like I just rewatched that video last night just to kind of remind myself of that trip, and oh man, like the sand dunes and just how tough that was, and I feel like as a person I've been working on my fitness and I've come such a long way from where I was in that video, and so it's amazing how much progress you can make in just a few short months.
That one was fun. It's a little unique going up, sand dunes. Not something you do every day,
Yeah.
but it was a unique experience for sure.
Yeah, these were epic sand dunes. Like these sand dunes were just gigantic, like just mountains of sand, and they were incredible. So yeah, I mean, if you're ever in northern Indiana, definitely head over there and go and check them out because they are really cool to be able to see, and it's a beautiful place. Lake Michigan is just beautiful.
It looks like an ocean.
It does look like an ocean. You can't see the other side of it. It was the first time that I'd ever been to Lake Michigan, and it's just so beautiful there. We went on a perfect couple of days too because the weather was just perfect. It was a little hot. I was like burning up. I remember I felt like I was like walking through the desert. But it was amazing. I definitely am glad that we did it. Okay.
All right, so that put us up to 7 national parks out of the big 63 that have the national park designation. Mm-hmm. So out of the 7 that we've done, what is your top? Just rank them all. There's only 7.
Rank them all. Oh my gosh. I would probably have Yellowstone at the top because that was like an incredible magical place. I loved Yellowstone. I think that's still like ranked number 1. Grand Teton's probably going to be like right after that because it was just beautiful. And we did this epic hike there that got us into hiking and it was amazing. Oh gosh. I think the Everglades would probably be next after that. And then maybe Biscayne because I loved like snorkeling the coral reefs. That was so incredible. I could have done that for hours. It was amazing.
That was beautiful.
It was so beautiful. And I don't think that the footage came out as like colorful as it was like in person,
yeah,
right?
it
Like,
never comes out as good on camera as it is in real life. We do our best to capture it, but you never completely capture it.
Yeah, the colors were just so muted on camera and they were so bright and colorful in person, and I was like, oh, it just doesn't compare to like how it looked in person. It was amazing. So probably Biscayne, and then
We got Mammoth Cave, Indiana Dunes, and Gateway Arch left.
So Mammoth Cave was our first national park that we ever did together, and so that one always holds kind of a special place in my heart. Maybe I might put Mammoth Cave above Biscayne because I really liked Mammoth Cave. Like it was really cool. It was a really cool place. I would like definitely go back there, but then again I would go back to Biscayne too. Like oh, this is so tough. Biscayne and Mammoth Cave are probably neck and neck right now because that would be really hard to choose from. Yeah, I totally forgot about Mammoth
How can you
Cave.
forget Mammoth Cave?
I know. How could I forget about Mammoth Cave? I'd probably do Indiana Dunes and then Gateway Arch because there's so much more to do in Indiana Dunes. There's like epic hikes and then the beach, and at Gateway Arch it's just like the arch. So
yeah, I think mine would be pretty similar.
Yeah, pretty similar to that.
Yeah, we'll have to re-rank them once we do our 2026 adventures, which we'll talk about later.
I know. I'm super excited about our 2026 adventures, but we'll do, no spoilers. We're going to talk about that later.
We also started doing more hikes this year, whereas before our preferred activity was always, kayaking, canoeing down spring runs or a river, but we've transitioned into our hiking era.
I'm in my hiking era. We love it. We fell in love with hiking and really got into it when we were at Grand Teton. We did a hike up to Inspiration Point and it was absolutely breathtaking the entire way, and honestly it was one of the highlights of the entire trip there. We were a little unsure about doing the videos based on hikes because we thought like is this going to be interesting enough for our viewers to watch?
Are they going to want to see us walk through the woods? That's not going to be interesting. So we always included the hikes as part of a bigger video and didn't really, highlight them as their own thing.
Yeah. Yeah, but we were really surprised at how well they've been received, and I'm so happy that people are so interested in them because we are so passionate about it and we want to be able to do more of them. So, like, selfishly, like, I'm so glad that people are liking them so that we can do more.
Yeah. Yeah. So if you have any ideas or suggestions for epic hikes, especially here in Florida, let us know. We're always on the lookout for more hiking. And we've also been using that hiking to try to get back into shape this year. I don't know if you've noticed, but we've both lost a little bit of weight and got a little bit back into shape. So, I'm down 20 pounds.
I'm down 30 pounds. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so working to continue that down in 2026. We want to continue like getting into shape, and we have some big trips and longer hikes like planned in 2026, and so we really want to be able to make sure that we're prepared for those.
Yeah, some of our 2026 hikes are much longer, as you said, and they're up mountains. So we'll go over those here in a little bit. But
I know.
We definitely need to prepare before we go there.
And now that we know that people really want to see these epic hikes, we really just are thinking about going back into some of our older footage, like in Canada and Yellowstone and Grand Teton, and seeing if we can like maybe piece some of those hikes together and really like sharing those in more detail. So if that's something that you want to see, let us know down in the comments. We'd love to hear your thoughts. If that's something that you would be interested in, definitely let us know, and we'll look at putting those together for 2026.
Yeah, I mean, I'm encouraged enough to, just do it just for the sake of us, for our own memories, and try to, put together a video of our epic hikes through the Grand Teton one, and we did a few in Canada that were awesome, and maybe even some of the Yellowstone stops, just do a little bit more of a extended cut type of thing, and I don't know where I was going with that. But.
Yeah, especially for Yellowstone. Like, we took so much footage, and we have to cut out quite a bit of it whenever we're putting our big videos together, because we're just thinking, like, who's going to be interested in watching all of this footage? Hello. Hello.
Mackie's
Hi.
on an adventure.
We have one of our dogs, like, going through our curtain. Hi, Bubba. Hi. Yeah.
Is that fun?
Was that fun? Yeah. Did you go on an adventure? Yeah. So let's talk about our plans for 2026. We have a couple of trips planned, and I am so excited. I know I use excited a lot. Excited is like my go-to word. I can't help it. But I'm excited about it. So in May, the big trip that we are taking is to California. We're going to be going to Sequoia, Kings Canyon, and then Yosemite National Park. Yosemite and Sequoia have both been on our bucket list for a few years, and we cannot wait to share these trips with you. We have so many legendary things planned, and we can't wait to share and film all of it and share those incredible things with you.
Sequoia, the giant trees, I can't wait to see those. And then Yosemite is supposed to be one of the most beautiful places on Earth. So we are excited to check that out.
Yeah.
And at Yosemite, one hike that we're excited to try is the hike to Clouds Rest. So that is the big one there that we're going to attempt. This is a 12-mile hike to the summit of a mountain. And we, like I said, we wanted to make sure we're ready and prepared. That's why we've been doing all this hiking and, trying to get in shape so that we can make it up this mountain and not die.
Yeah, that would be good. Because Yosemite has a couple of crown jewel hikes that they're really known for. One is Half Dome, which is their most popular hike. And we're going back and forth on like if we should do Half Dome or if we should do Clouds Rest. But
we weren't going back and forth. You didn't want to do Half Dome.
See, I just didn't want to deal with the cables. Like, that really scares me. Like I don't know if I'm up for that. Like I'm just getting into this hiking thing. Like,
So if you're not aware, Half Dome is an epic hike.
Yeah.
And at the very end of it, you're on the top of a mountain.
Yes.
There's sheer drop-offs on either side, and you got to go up almost straight up. And the only thing that you have to hold on to is a cable going up and down. And it is so popular that it has a reservation system that you first need to apply, and you're in a lottery to get the reservation in the first place. So we didn't want to deal with that. We didn't want to, be up in the air if we're going to get reservations or not. And then once we're there, there's usually, if you look at videos and photos, there's usually a line to get up, to the summit. And I don't want to deal with people going up this crazy hike to begin with. So we're like, let's do the Clouds Rest. It's supposed to be just as pretty, just as epic, but with no cables and no reservation. So.
Yeah. And so, like, the original plan was, like, we were going to do Half Dome, and I was just going to wait for Noah, and Noah was going to go up the cables, because, Noah will do it. He's not scared. He ain't scared.
Clip in. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to go without, some kind of safety, but I'll go up it.
I know. Yeah. Like, he would go, but I was just like, I don't know about this. That looks scary. So we just decided that, you know what, like, Clouds Rest is just as beautiful. Like, the view at the top looks incredible. We'll have just as much of an epic hike, and we won't have to deal with the reservation system or have to worry about the cables or any of that. So why don't not just do, like, Clouds Rest instead? So that's what we're gonna do.
So that's the big hike for that trip.
Yes.
And then after that, where are we going?
We're gonna go to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in the fall. I am so excited.
Yeah, you had to go in the fall, of course, the busiest time of year.
I know. I was going, I'm going to say this again. I was going back and forth with, like, should we go in September? Should we go in November? Like, but in September, it's hurricane season here in Florida. And so we didn't want to chance, like, having a hurricane come through and, like, messing up our plans. And I really just thought about it, and I was like, this might be the only time that we go to, like, the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and I really want to see the Smoky Mountains with the fall leaves and be the leaf peeper and go and see it. And so I was like, you know what, my birthday's in October, let's go over my birthday. And that's what we decided to do.
So that's going to be your birthday trip.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's going to be my birthday trip, and I am so excited.
Yeah, so for this trip, we're not going to be able to spend too much time there, so we're going to be focusing on the national park section and not so much Gatlinburg or Pigeon Forge this trip. But my parents do live somewhat nearby, so maybe in the future we'll make another trip up there and visit those other places.
Yeah, I know. Like, when we first originally started planning a trip to the Great Smoky Mountains, we wanted to do Gatlinburg and Dollywood and go up the Blue Ridge Parkway, and I was just kind of like, this is an epic trip. We're gonna need like 3 weeks to do this properly. But we figured, you know what, if we just focused on the Great Smoky Mountains and just the Great Smoky Mountains, we really could do just a really epic trip to the Smoky Mountains and do it justice. So that's what we decided to do.
Yeah, that's my big thing about doing these national parks is that I don't want to just stop in for a day, get our stamp, say that we were there. I want to fully explore it, see all the highlights, and really do each park justice and really show everyone like why they're so special, because they're awesome. Like, as I've come to learn, and as we've gotten older, like, each of these parks are amazing in their own special way. Some might be prettier than others, but each one has its own special thing. Yeah,
and we've just come to really appreciate them. Like, the more time that we spend in the national parks, we really just appreciate how incredible they are. And the more time that we spend, the more that we get to chance to really see the parks. And we just don't feel like spending like 1 or 2 days there is going to do it any justice. Like, we want to be able to do some epic hikes. We want to be able to see everything, and we want to showcase that to you guys, and then be able to share our experience on what we felt was like worth it and what we didn't feel was worth it, and give our opinions and help you guys plan your trips too, especially if you've been following along on our national park adventures. We want to do that. We want to be able to test drive the national parks for you.
Exactly.
While we're at the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, one of the things that we really are excited to do is their Crown Jewel hike up to Alum's Cave to the summit of Mount LeConte, which is supposed to be another spectacular 12-mile hike up to the top of the mountain.
Yeah, so we definitely need to get in shape and be prepared for these trips because they're going to be a doozy.
Yes.
Especially with that elevation that we're not used to, being here in Florida, that thin air really zaps your energy quick.
Yes, it really affected us in Yellowstone National Park. Like I didn't really think about it too much, and I was just all the footage that we had, we were like huffing and puffing, like in the background. So we really want to try to prepare as much as possible by just doing inclines on the treadmill and doing the steps as much as possible, and just trying to be super prepared for these hikes because we want to enjoy them and we don't want to get injured while we're at it.
We don't want to die on the mountain.
Yeah, we don't want to end up as an influencer out in the wild story.
All right, so those are going to be our big trips for 2026. Locally, we do have more things planned. We're going to go see some more state parks, springs, hikes, and some other hidden gems that we got on the agenda there. So if you do have any recommendations or you would like to see us do something specific, definitely let us know because we're always on the lookout for the next adventure or hidden gem.
Yeah, we love getting your comments and your suggestions. So we do try to add those to our calendar and our list of video ideas for the future. So if there is anything that you feel is going to make a really great video, let us know and we will add them to the list and see when we be able to add that to the calendar as well. But overall, we just really want to thank each of you for watching and supporting our channel. We truly appreciate each and every single one of you. We love being able to hear from you, and we look forward to all the amazing things that we're going to be doing in the new year.
Yeah, and a special thank you to our channel members for supporting the channel. Your support means the world to us, and we truly appreciate each and every one of you guys.
All right, so thank you so much for following us on our adventure this year, and we look forward to the next one.
Yep.
See you next year.
See you in 2026.
Woo-hoo!